We're back with the dulls, y'all. We're back with the dulls. Had a great weekend. Had a good time. I don't know what the movie is, but it's somewhere, and you can't see this yet. It's somewhere between Wicked, The Hunger Games, and The Sound of Music. And you're just going to have to take my... you're going to have to take me at my word on that one until I can hit this one little button here, which is proving decidedly difficult for some reason. Like, this is very Sound of Music, Wizard of Oz, Wicked. I'm thinking, let's start with The Sound of Music. Is this Hardcore Henry? They don't even have it, man. It's Jeremy Irons. What's Jeremy Irons doing here? Are you, This is how you know you're getting old. I've named this movie like 20 times. And now I can't remember the name of the movie where Jeremy Irons is, he plays his own brother. It's not called like Body Doubles? Chat, no, don't tell me what this movie is. What's the name of the Jeremy Irons movie I'm thinking of? The David Cronenberg Jeremy Irons movie where he is, he's the Dead Ringers. Thank you, Dead Ringers. It's not Dead Ringers, y'all. This looks like extraordinarily British. This is like absolutely fabulous, the movie. Probably Almost Famous. It's Laura Dern and it's Justin Theroux, which means this is either Inland Empire or Charlie's Angels 2 Full Throttle. It's Inland Empire, y'all. I didn't know Jeremy Irons was in that. That makes sense. It's not absolutely fabulous, the musical, by the way. I mean, that's a hard one if you don't know Laura Dern. That's a tough one. It has that horrid digital look. Yeah, but like that's by design, right? Weren't they trying to... There was a commentary about something. I don't know. I don't watch movies like that. I mostly watch whatever's new on Netflix. Poop Cruise, stuff like that. Whatever there, man. I don't even care. I'll slurp it up, man. Just whatever you came out with, just I'll slurp it up. John Cena, The Rock before he got skinny. Sure, man. 10-episode documentary on the behind the scenes of the 10-episode documentary series on how they made the 90-minute movie you loved when it came out in 1986. You won't believe. Hey, have you seen one episode of American Gladiators in your life? The 15-episode miniseries expose on how they made that one episode of American Gladiators you watched while you were folding laundry. Liam Cohen is the new head coach for what AFC team? Who fired their coach last year? Who had a disappointing year? The Jaguars. Nailed it! Egg nose ball, dude. Did you hear that Dan got roasted in his fantasy draft because he took a kicker in the 8th round and everyone made fun of him? And then it turns out he took the same kicker as me. So I looked up my draft results to see where I got him. So Dan took him in the 8th round. I got him 13th round, 7th pick. Ooh. That's a bit of a reach. That's all right, though. Bates is going to kill it this year. The PATs are going to go crazy because of all the touchdowns Gibbs is going to score. Deion Sanders' first game as head coach of Colorado football. The Buffaloes, they defeated a team they weren't expected to defeat. Texas Christian University. It is, I know ball, dude. I know ball. TCU is also top of mind because they embarrassed Bill Belichick this weekend. I know ball. Could this would be a crazy sweep if I could get the top right, man. This would be crazy. This Diamondbacks pitcher, Randy Johnson, that was like, turns out there's a lot of Johnsons in baseball and some people who have the last name Johnson as well. Nah, don't know that one. I'm afraid to say. This male celebrity is a former shareholder. Male celebrity has the same cursed vibe as like when someone describes a voyage as fateful. It's like if you ever get described as this, they're like, they don't know what the hell else to say about you. Like, calling him a celebrity is like he's saying he's famous for being famous. As much as I have a distaste for Ryan Reynolds, he is an actor. He has acted in movies, okay? Like he's not Paris Hilton. Ryan Reynolds. Anyway, that is Michael Richards, and I feel like that might be Seth Meyers. Michael Richards is, I mean, just automatic though. I think that's Seth Meyers, man. Just looks like him. I don't know what you want me to say. It had a little Ben Stiller vibe to it. I'm still kind of rolling it over in my head last week that I said Ben Stiller is crazy jacked, and people were like, he is. Have you ever seen a movie where Ben Stiller takes his shirt off, man? I don't know, maybe age 60, he's just in good shape. But like even through his mid 40s, dude was fucking jacked, man. Have you seen in Meet the Parents when they make him wear the Speedo to play volleyball in the swimming pool? He has like an 8-pack, man. He's supposed to be an everyman. He has an 8-pack. He's toned, not jacked. He has an 8-pack. What do you mean he's toned? That's insane, man. And this is not a Brad Pitt 8-pack from Fight Club where he was just really skinny. That's like he was jacked. That's not jacked. You literally, and it's not your fault, but you were like, you grew up in a fucked up time for like male body image. That's 2000s jacked. He has an 8-pack and like rippling muscles. This is before people started to look like, you know, no 70-year-olds look like an anabolic Santa Claus until J.K. Simmons got on the testosterone therapy, okay? That's a modern phenomenon that I'm praying is a bubble. Go back, the ideal, and I don't know if let's post Ben Stiller in the Speedo from Meet the Parents on Natty or Juiced, because I would love to know Redditors, like 17-year-old Redditors' opinions on whether his boulder shoulders are possible to achieve without any kind of chemical enhancements. That's what your ideal physique should be as a normal guy. You should aspire to look like Ben Stiller in Meet the Parents, okay? You should not, and it's a value judgment. You should not aspire to look like the Liver King with his shirt off, in my opinion. But anyway. The old country store. It's the Cracker Barrel, man. Not being on social media, I don't really know what's up with the logo controversy. But even then, there were like whispers on the wind of the logo controversy. There was even like a Globe and Mail article. The series premiere of The Walking Dead took place in Atlanta. Hotlanta. Kevin Costner directed this 1990 revisionist Western. That's Dances with Wolves, Rip Graham Greene. This folk singer gained fame in the 2020s with hits like Stick Season, Dial Drunk, Forever. Folk singer. So here, it's probably not Devendra Banhart. Probably not Iron and Wine. Probably not like, is it Bonnie Prince Billy? Probably not. I don't think he's that famous. For some reason, I was Googling Bonnie Prince Billy and it brought up like an interview he did where he said he doesn't regret working with R. Kelly because it made him a better judge of character. And I was like, you know what? That's fucking funny. That's a funny ass reply to being asked if you regret working with R. Kelly. Artists, man, they're one-on-ones. I have no idea. Is this? I know he's a country singer, but I don't know anything about him. Maybe it's Morgan Wallen. I have no idea. 58% got that right, so I'm not tapped into the zeitgeist, bro. No, I've seen people wearing his shirt in the mall. Brandon Webb. Noah Cahan was literally in Vancouver last year. Yeah, so were like 4 million people I don't know, man. Get a lot of people have been here within the last year. It's not like I'm not putting out a guest book at like arrivals, and then running through the the signatures every single day. That's crazy. My mom met Benson Boone at a cactus club last year. That's crazy. He has Blue Water Cafe money. He shouldn't be at the cactus club, y'all. What's a cactus club? It's like it's a fancy McDonald's essentially. It's not that bad, but it's like if you're traveling to a city and you have like a lot of money, you don't have to go to a cactus club. Surely you've got somebody that could like recommend you a nicer local restaurant. Hello, honey. You're awake. Here, come here. Come here. I'm already streaming. You can come sit on my lap. Sure, of course. All right, chat. We'll be back in just like 1 second here to do connections. You gotta cut me some slack here. We're still here, I promise. We're still here. We're still here. I swear it to you. Hi, honey. Come here. How's your morning so far? You slept in a little bit, right? That's good. You wanted to sleep even more? No. Here, come here. Did you have fun at the picnic yesterday? Ooh. Oh my gosh. The only time I see Charmander is when you're here. And then everybody posts the Charmander. Look at this. It's the most Charmanders I've ever seen. And everyone says I sounded like I got hurt in Minecraft. Because when you got on my lap, I went, ooh. You want to do our Minecraft sound effects? Yeah. How was that? Skillet gnocchi.
ready for creeper.
You were ready for the creeper?
Everybody's posting the creeper.
Oh, everybody's posting the creeper now. Hello. Can you do a sheep? I've never tried Minecraft sheep. How was that? The sheeps don't do that?
Yeah.
I thought the sheeps go, and then the cows go, "Arr."
Someone put in a whole crowd of.
How about villager? Villager goes, hmm. 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 I think I'm doing pretty well. Chad, did you know they added a happy ghast in Minecraft? Okay, watch this. This is like impossible. This is really tough, okay? This game, I can't even explain it to you. I don't think I could explain it to the average adult. We have to find things that are connected. So I'm trying to think some things that maybe you... 4-letter words, swearing, profanity, and expletives, these are all bad words. These are curse words, curses, see? This is like when you were in the car yesterday and you said, Daddy, can we listen to Savage? And I said, sure, no problem. And then in like the first 15 seconds, Megan Thee Stallion, she's got a bit of a potty mouth, if I may say so. I didn't know that about Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion, she says some words that I wouldn't want my daughter to say. And she even goes so far as to say some words that I'm not allowed to say. I said, real quick, let's run this back with the radio edit. But then like half of the song is just silent. But it's got a heck of a beat to it. Gung, 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 gung. Anyway. Things that can be antihistamines. Histamine. Mine is in here, or his, Christmas, his and hers. His and hers. His, her, there's our, and me. These are words that start with like pronouns.
Ooh!
My, not me, my. Starting with possessive determiners. Daddy's a genius. Wait. Christmas, house, mouse, and stirring. What is some stuff that you would see in the night before Christmas? Because not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. It was the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. When I rose from the clatter to see what was a frickin' matter. And then this is some stuff that like Michael Jordan would wear in The Last Dance. A mesh shirt, a pleather vest, an earring, and a necklace. Worn by Earring Magic Ken. Holy, man. Things he got on. You know what we need to make a GIF, by the way, or like a BTTV emote if it doesn't exist? Have you ever seen The Last Dance? Where Michael Jordan has headphones on just like this and sunglasses, and he's in the back of the team bus, and then someone goes, yo, Michael, and he goes like this. He pulls the headphones off of his ears, and then he's like, what are you listening to? And he's like, New Keith Sweat. He sent it to me, or something like that. This is that unreleased Kenny Lattimore, that's it. That unreleased Kenny Lattimore. I love this. That's like when you hear something that's like surprising to you, you got to go like this. You got to post this emote. That unreleased Kenny Lattimore. That would be a great emote. That was connections. We can't do the mini anymore. This one, you know what? Honey, I want you to try this one, okay? You can do this one. I swear it to you. All you have to do is guess how much this costs. And not in jail. Because in jail, it would probably be like, I don't even know. You need some Klarna. But honey buns, 12 count. Honey buns. Duchess honey buns. Full set. You know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea.
How much do you think one honey bun would cost? $1. That's at a gas station. That's a pretty good bet, I would say. But I don't think it's going to be $12. I think they're going to be a little cheaper. I think it's going to be $7.99 for 12. Let's see. What's Daddy's favorite store to go to? The grocery store, exactly. So, like, this is my game. Oops. That means I thought it would cost way too much money. There we go, $5.99. We got it in too. $5.99. $5.99. That's pretty cheap. Hey, what if we started a business where we bought honey buns at Costco and then smuggled them into penitentiaries in exchange for, like, I don't know, cigarettes? That's not a bad idea. There's, like, I think there's some arbitrage to be done there. I bet also there's a market for, like, small batch handcrafted prison wine. Hello. Hello. She is. Oh, you got to get ready.
Oh, I missed breakfast.
No. Mommy will give you some breakfast. You didn't miss breakfast. This isn't Marriott Suites, you know? The breakfast goes later than 9:30. Might not be warm, but we got food. What has more searches? Breast cancer or testicular cancer? Breast cancer. Anything else, it just wouldn't make sense. Which has more monthly searches? Testicular cancer or Haiti earthquake? Bro, it's Tuesday. Just chill. I guess I'll probably go testicular cancer on that one. Googling New Year's is really funny. Just poisoning Google's AI search by searching what day is New Year's 2026 over and over. 10 times a day searching what day is New Year's 2026. I think it's still going to be New Year's. People are probably looking for stuff to do. Am I crazy, by the way? This looks like Vancouver. That looks like Kitt's Beach leading onto English Bay, man. I don't know. This might be like Jacksonville, Florida, for all I know, but I think it's going to be New Year's. I think it's going to be Stephen A. Smith with more monthly searches than New Year's. I think it's going to be Stephen A. Smith with more than Heath Ledger, but that was a tough pull, I'll be honest with you. What a great sweater, by the way. I'm going to say it's Heath Ledger more than Google Earth. Do people... Wow! I thought Google Earth was... Okay, phrasing. I thought Google Earth was no longer with us. Not even close? I thought Google Earth got, like, discontinued or something. What is Google Earth? It's like an app that they invented where you could go see what your house looked like from the outside instead of from the inside like you normally see. Speaking of which, man, Megan Thee Stallion versus Aerosmith. It's God, for the love of God, please be Megan Thee Stallion. Aerosmith might be, for anything negative you've ever heard me say about AC/DC goes 10x for Aerosmith. Now we've established this many times before. I have no idea who Lil Peep is. I get him confused with Lil Pump and Lil Xan. I don't know if Lil Peep is alive. Is Lil Peep alive? Lil Peep is not alive. Okay, Lil Peep is dead. But I've heard of him, so he's popular. But it's gotta be Aerosmith, right? Unfortunately. It's gotta be Lil Peep, I'm guessing. I just have no idea what we're doing here, man. I don't know what we're doing here. Anne Marie versus Corpse. Let's go Anne Marie. Oh, she's the most popular artist in the world. But there's no way she's more popular than Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa, she's setting the world on fire, man. I do believe that she's clearing Elton. Just because, I mean, most of Elton John's most diehard fans are still listening to cassette tapes. He's a popular guy, don't get me wrong. Elton is going to clear solo Paul McCartney. Also, that is not Paul McCartney. I'm not trying to play into the Paul is dead conspiracy, but that's not him. I know what Paul McCartney looks like, and that's not Paul McCartney. That's a different guy. That's a different Paul. I don't know who that is, man. That's a different guy. I'd say SZA probably clears Paul McCartney. Ah, she's pretty popular too, huh? 21 Savage. He's really popular. Seen a couple stream clips of him. I still gotta think SZA's like a little bit more popular. Yeah, okay. And then 21 Savage versus Blueface. I'm gonna go with 21 on this one. We win these. We win. I knew like 3 of the artists in total too. When did we get there? Thought there was like an Animal Collective thing. Blueface. Okay, GoldenEye. Is it Justin that hates GoldenEye? And it's like perhaps the film take that pisses me off the most, even though it's not serious. Like GoldenEye is really, really, really good. And Justin saying that's where he got off the Bond train just pisses me off. But this is still going to be higher. But GoldenEye is insanely good, man. Don't sleep on GoldenEye. It's got to be Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's got to be 1917. Me, when I'm picking like some of the top 10 worst years of the 20th century, it's got to be 1917 over Spider-Man 3. The Pierce Brosnan Bond films kind of suck, my man. No, they don't. 2 of them suck really bad. 1 of them is okay. And 1 of them is really good. GoldenEye is really good. Tomorrow Never Dies is okay. The World Is Not Enough is really bad. And Die Another Day is even worse. But GoldenEye is innocent. GoldenEye is really good. I think it's going to be... I think it's going to be Spider-Man 3. Oh! So by popular vote, they suck? Yeah, but they're not, this is like, they're movies. You can just watch them and be like, this one's good, this one's bad. You don't need to default to consensus, you know? I have no respect for that. You got a brain, use it for once. Okay, less more. I'm getting 10 on the music part of less more. That's a dub for me. Not going perfect on the movies kind of sucks, but getting the perfect on the music one feels good. Suriname? How about Lesotho? How about Rwanda? How about Uganda? How about Kenya? Oh no. How about Mozambique? Oh, Mauritania. That's Mauritania. Ah, what's the one I always forget that's right here? So this is like Sudan, South Sudan, Ethiopia, Egypt, Mozambique, Uganda, Rwanda, north of Mozambique, Zimbabwe. I always forget it, man. I always for Malawi. No, Malawi's like a tiny. Oh. Are you trolling? There's the Gambia. There's Guinea-Bissau. Could this? I don't know. You're not the life aquatic with Guinea-Bissau. And then it's like, I don't know. I forget it every time, and now I have like imposter syndrome. I think it's the exact one I forget every time. Burkina Faso's up here. We already did Malawi. Did we do Eritrea? Oh, Jesus. Globle's so fucked up today. It's got me thinking of country names that we don't even use anymore, man. Is Zambia still a country? Zambia! They're trolling me! They're trolling me, man. I mean, listen, I can name all of these, but I can't name this. I give up. Anyone got one? There's no shot it's the Democratic... Oh, maybe... I was thinking it had to be here, but if it's here... Oh... Yeah, that's fair. That's like I was wrong twice. I was wrong on the position and on the name. What, I'm thinking of Tanzania, which always makes me think of fucking Tasmania because of Hannah Gadsby's Nanette, man. And Burundi's in there as well. Congo is massive, man. Yeah, maybe in like 1995 after that movie, but these days nobody's talking about it. Although I did see it, and this is not just a piggyback off of what Magresta said about finding Dostoevsky in the Little Free Library. I did see Michael Crichton's Congo in a Little Free Library on Thursday. But I said there's no shot I'm reading that. I have seen the occasional real novel in a Little Free Library recently, but usually it's all like old Mandarin Chinese textbooks and like Lonely Island travel guides for Australia 2010 or something like that. And I'm like, buddy, the world's changed. None of those cafes exist anymore. Just get rid of it. Just recycle it, man. You don't need to put the lonely... Oh, I'm taking a time machine back to Australia. I could save $3 on my Lonely Island book. Or sorry, Lonely Planet. Anyway. You know what? That would be a good defector series. Reading a book from the Little Free Library every single week for 2026. Anyway. Lonely Island coffee table book would go crazy. You know what I was thinking about? Is that it's so funny. Fashion is really funny. Because when they did Turtleneck and Chain, the Turtleneck and Chain was like a nod to the late 80s, early 90s, like R&B fashion. It looked ridiculous. Now, it's genuine fashion, and it doesn't look ridiculous. It looks awesome. Whenever I see a dude in good shape in a turtleneck and chain, I'm like, damn, he's got this shit on. He looks fresh. It looks ridiculous? No, it doesn't. It doesn't look ridiculous. Wearing graphic tees as an out-of-shape late 30s guy, that looks ridiculous. You're dressing like you're still in the 10th grade. Turtleneck and chain, dressing like a fella that wants some pussy. You're going to hate me for saying it, but it's, what do you want me to say, man? He's dressing like he knows he got that shit on and he wants to take it off. And there's something about that that's undeniable. Band shirts, the band shirt is not as bad as the novelty t-shirt. As long as it's a good band. But if it's a bad band, then it's a bad shirt, made even worse because it reflects badly on your personality. So it's a risk. You're splitting on 20 in blackjack, okay? So you got to be careful. That's why I just wear the mouth shirt. I know it's good. Well, I think if you're married or in a long-term relationship, wearing shit that looks gross, ironically, is aura. Like if you've been married for 2 years and you've got like a bit of a porn stash and a Bass Pro Shops hat and like a shirt where the collar is kind of ripped from like the rest of the shirt a little bit and it shows off like a little bit of shoulder hair, that's kind of like there's aura to that as well. There's like a comfortable self-confidence that's got aura there. But like Zelda Triforce shirt, Gucci belt, that's just not gonna cut it as an adult in 2025. I'm not the master of sartorial arts, but we need a better class of criminal is all I'm trying to say. Anyway, that was all to distract you from the fact that I didn't know the Democratic Republic of Congo. The hell are we doing here, man? We got the ESPN feed. They're telling me Kinshawn Judkins might actually be able to play week 1. They're saying the charges have been dropped on Kinshawn Judkins and he might be RB1 for the Browns on Sunday. You know what? It looks like a 1950s retro futuristic ray gun firing. You know what? They have like the ray guns in 1950s sci-fi, but when they fire, it's not like a straight beam. It has like a little like it has to like find its arc first before it shoots, and it comes out almost like a lightning bolt. You're definitely a country we guessed before, like Rwanda. Shit. You're Eritrea then. You have to be Eritrea. You're Eritrea! Okay. Huge. Huge. Also, Jaws, dub, motion picture, NL wasn't overglazing with your 5-star on Letterboxd. Thank you. I saw that it came out to IMAX this weekend. I want to see Jaws in IMAX. It's not going to happen because I don't have a convenient gap in my schedule. I will say this is not a knock on her at all, but Kate got me laughing. Our daughter was in an activity yesterday for a few hours, starting at like 9 in the morning. And Kate was like, there's so much free time, we could even go see a movie. And I had to break it to her that there ain't a single theater on the planet that's starting their showings at 9 a.m. on a Monday. But this is the kind of stuff you start thinking about when you've gone through the kind of summer that we've gone through. Like early showings, maybe like 11:15 a.m. or something like that. I think they should too. I'm a big believer, and I don't think that the market will bear this. But I would love if there was, not every business, that's ridiculous. I would love if like 1 in 10 businesses opened at 7 a.m. instead of 10 a.m. To finish my bike ride on like a Saturday at 7:30, take a quick shower, and then like go into a Best Buy or something like that before 8 in the morning, that would hit the spot, man. That would really hit the spot. Top grossing movie 2025 is so right now, my guess would be that it's the Minecraft movie. Confirm or deny? A lava attack! Is Ninja 2? I think you'll find that came out in 2024, for one. I think you'll also find that it doesn't count because it's animated. So I was talking about a real movie, like a Minecraft movie. It came out in February. No shot. February in China, maybe, which is December in America, as we know. Lilo and Stitch is higher than Minecraft? I'm so mother frickin' high I could eat a star. I'm higher than Google searches for Michael Musto after This Is Happening came out. Oh, shit. Oh, it's box office game. It's not swanky percent yet. Who is Michael Musto? That's why we were Googling him, man. Some people were also Googling Bruce Valanche. But I didn't have to do that because I watched Hollywood Squares when I was sick from school all the time. Universal 1987, 18 million. Michael J. Fox, that strikes me as Back to the Future 2. I don't think it's Back to the Future 3. Because Back to the Future 1 was 85. I don't think they were pumping the third one out by 87 already. The comedy, maybe it's Teen Wolf. There's no such thing as an overnight success. Brantley Foster took 2 weeks. Brantley Foster has always dreamed of making it big in New York, but he learns that jobs and girls are hard to get. The secret of my success, y'all. I don't know that one. I am so ready for the 80s to be over, man. I feel like I didn't know it. So the 80s ended when I was 13 months old. But they didn't really end. They just went on hiatus for about 15 years. And then starting in 2006, they came. I think maybe summer 2007 when Transformers by Michael Bay came out. The 80s returned, and they've been back for 18 years since. So there's been 28 years of the 1980s, and I'm done with it, man. And they're never gonna die. They're gonna die the same way like a AA battery dies. It's like if you really push the button on your TV remote or you smack it against your hand a couple of times, you can still get it to turn the volume up maybe once or twice before it craps out, but like there's still going to be some ions that are impossible to deplete. But we need it to be done. We need it to be over, man. It's crazy. Anyway, that movie's probably all right, though. What about Disney? 87, starring Phil Harris. It's an animated comedy family adventure. A tune-filled animated extravaganza. That tells me nothing, man. It's the Aristocats. Okay, that is maybe when I think of a tune-filled classic Disney film, I do think of the Aristocats. So that's fair. Everybody wants to be a cat. 'Cause the cat's the only thing that knows where it's at. But not that one song. I know we're playing all the hits, man. I love starting an old Disney movie on Disney Plus, and it says we apologize for. There's some racially insensitive shit in this movie that we shouldn't have done, but we consider it like anti-art to edit it out, which I think is fair. But you're like, oh, how bad could it be? And then like the most racist thing you could ever imagine happens. No, okay. There is a lot of that in the Aristocats, but the Lady and the Tramp one is much worse for sure. The Lady and the Tramp one is crazy. Anyway, 20th Century Fox, starring Matthew Broderick, 87. It's a drama comedy. I mean, you gotta run Bueller. If it's not Bueller, you see what you got here. It's also got Helen Hunt. When the Air Force, I think it's War Games, man. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. No, Helen Hunt and Willie, directed by Jonathan Kaplan, a young inductee into the military, is given the task of looking after some chimpanzees used in the mysterious... That looks like it's going to be something X. Could this be Project X? It's the only thing that makes sense given the asterisks they had there. It fucks me up that this guy... My college freshman roommate looked so much like young Matthew Broderick, man. That's weird. It's weird to see this. Matthew Broderick was cooking in the 80s. You're not right. He was cooking in the 90s a little bit too. I mean, isn't he old Simba from The Lion King? But also, Election is really good. I know he hit somebody with his car in Ireland, and that's not good. And being good in an Alexander Payne movie doesn't erase the damage he's done. But Election is really good. Election is an insanely good movie. I'm not saying you don't have to hand it. It's not like one papers over the other one. It's just you hold both at the same time, and one of your hands gets cold and one of your hands is like burning hot. You know, it's complicated. Sony TriStar. Look at these legs from the 80s, man. Minus 5%, plus 5%. They don't make them like that anymore, man. Kim Basinger. Comedy, romance, Kim Basinger. A date with her is every man's dream come true. And with dreams like her, who needs nightmares? I don't know, man. Nadia Gates. When he's set up with his sister-in-law's pretty cousin, Nadia Gates, a seemingly average blind date turns into a chaotic night on the town. His shirt got dirty. You should not wear a white shirt if you're going on a blind date with Kim Basinger, man. He looks like he's been through some shit, man. He ain't got no damn socks on. He ain't got no damn socks on. John Larroquette, huh? Like I made $715 outside of the United States of America. Like one theater in Osaka was like, they sold 30 tickets to see this. They were like, cut that loud mess out. Put Porco Rosso back on Theater 6. Okay, Warner Brothers, 19 million, starring Steve Guttenberg. Police Academy 2, their first assignment. That's confusing. It's a comedy crime. Police Academy 1. Police Academy 3. They're back in training, y'all. Police Academy. Mission to Moscow. On land, on sea, or in the air, no place is safe from them. A new batch of recruits arrives at Police Academy. It's always in the last place you look, man. Never mind. Okay, Police Academy. Oh, I had to scroll down. I didn't see there was 2 more down here. It's Citizens on Patrol, man. They hit me with the scroll. 27th percentile. That one hurt. I got 115 points. That's really bad. And it was a miracle that we got that much because the Aristocats was like an insane pull. All right, man. 0 Dark 30 to Scream 6. I already know where I'm going with this one. First, you got to get the swanky. You always start with swanky, man. You always start with swanky. Let's go curse mode. Mark Duplass, the one I love. My most underrated movie, Greater Than Sign. Elizabeth Moss, Get Him to the Greek. Jonah Hill. I'm gonna say this has too good of a cast to not have someone that was in Fargo. I saw Stutz too, man. He hasn't been doing much lately. David Duchovny. Dion Cole, the dude from the Old Spice ads. Elliot Gould. Can't win them all. Anthony Anderson. I always do. I always scroll for no reason whatsoever. There's no reason for me to be scrolling that far. It's just laziness, man. Let's go David Duchovny, Evolution. And then this could take you to Julianne Moore, which takes you to Magnolia, which takes you to Philip Seymour Hoffman, which takes you to Fargo. No, it takes you to Big Lebowski, which takes you to Buscemi. No, it takes you to Buscemi, which takes you to Fargo. This is embarrassing. It takes you to Frances McDormand, which takes you to Nomadland, Takes you to Swanky, fourth build, back to No Man Land. David Strathairn had a movie come out this weekend, A Little Prayer. Let's see what's going on with that, man. Okay. Big mistake, y'all. You in anything? Jane Levy? You're in the. Oh, you had a bunch of movies come out. Holy cow. This won the golden. This is the Smiling Monkey Award from Tropic Thunder. Let's see what else you got. Car Fucker. Haven't seen that one. Don't Breathe. I saw that one. Got Stephen Lang in it. Stephen Lang's in some stuff. Stephen Lang. He's in Avatar. That's right. The Lost City. I know where I'm going. It's a Lost City. Channing Tatum. Kingsman 2. Kurt Russell. Jeff Bridges. I need Kurt Russell, you fucker. I need Kurt Russell, you bitch. I need Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell. I need Kurt Russell. I need Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell. Elton John. Right, that's right. Kurt Russell, man. Kurt Russell. Why do I need Kurt Russell? Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe take me back. Where were we? Kingsman Channing. I need to go back to Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges. Give me Jeff Bridges. 3,000. Oh, fuck you. Bob Dylan, Odds and Ends. I fucked up, y'all. Pendulette. Okay, we're in real movies, unfortunately. Sandy Wexler. My thoughts exactly, brother. It's Lamorne Morris, Game Night, Jeff Bridges. Impossible to believe that Ryan Reynolds and Jason Bateman and Ryan Reynolds have been in a movie together. It's called The Switch. Nope. That is a movie he's in. Corey's in this one. So we go Todd Luizzo, The Rock. That gets you to Nicolas Cage. That gets you to David Morse, who's in 12 Monkeys. Kurt Russell, man. What the fuck has Kurt Russell... Kurt Russell has done 0 movies, I'm realizing. That doesn't seem possible. How is it possible that he's done 0 films? Bruce Willis, That Just Happened? What's that movie called? Give me... Don't say... I know you're struggling to come up with the answer too right now. Just give me a second. The movie I'm thinking of is called What Just Happened. Wait, I had something. But I can't remember why I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get to Kurt Russell, who is in... Okay, Robert De Niro, Meet the Parents. I'm in my fucking stadium. Meet the Parents, Ben Stiller. There's Something About Mary. Keith David. How'd You Get the Beans Above the Frank? The Thing. Kurt Russell. 3,000 Miles to Graceland. Courtney Cox Arquette. Scream 6. Time? Oh. That's tough. That's tough. I think it's the fastest we could have done it, though. That's rough, man. 25, no sweat. Nobody else can do 25 like me. Most people tap out after like 2 or 3. Who the fuck is Dermot Mulroney? What the hell are you? He's Jack Nicholson's son-in-law from the 2004 film About Schmidt, bitch. Watch a movie sometime. Why couldn't you just pick a normal name? Muhammad's the most common name in the English language. Read a book sometime. Know what I'm talking about? You ever see Superbad? I don't think he says English language, by the way, but it's been a while. I'm not allowed to watch the movie anymore. It's been a while. That's Dylan McDermott. Dermot Mulroney's been in shit too. No, that's Dermot Mulroney, librarian. That's Dermot Mulroney. Dermot Mulroney About Schmidt. Yeah, there he is, right there with the Hulk Hogan, like the skullet and the handlebar. Dylan McDermott is my best friend's wedding. You piece. You don't know shit. You don't know shit about anything. I think he also might have been in The Practice, the TV show, but it's been a while since the monoculture left. Oh, be careful what you wish for, dude. Well, we're not doing Puckdoku. Coyotes, Sharks, Flames, Senators. A few too many poverty franchises for me. Leonardo DiCaprio, title begins with a vowel. That doesn't exist. Inception. Inception. It exists. Yikes. Double letter word and title. Type of beast that would go. There's obviously Blood Diamond. There's obviously the Wolf of Wall Street. Killers of the Flower Moon. You know what? What was the first one I said? I think Killers of the Flower Moon might be less than Blood Diamond. 1990 to 2010. Type of beast that would... I mean, you got to go early. You got to go Gilbert Grape, or you got to go The Beach, or The Man in the Iron Mask. Michael Jackson should have done the song for this one, man. I'm looking at the man in the iron mask. I have never seen this, by the way. I'm asking him to change his ways. Is mid the song or what? I can't. I'm just going to be hearing it in my head for the rest of the day, man. Take a look at yourself and then make a... And then he modulates it. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. You know what I think would be a great bad Twitch username? Guy who ad-libs too early at karaoke. There's always one in every karaoke room. There's always some guy who, when they play Weezer's The Sweater song, does the lying on the floor part too early. The first chorus, he goes, lying on the floor, lying on the floor. And you're like, no, man, you have to build to that. That's chorus 2. And then in chorus 3, you go crazy. So annoying. Oh, man, you got no restraint, no restraint. The song's 3.5 minutes long. You can't even wait for it. Embarrassing, man. Title begins with a vowel, Reese Witherspoon. She hasn't been in any movies, which makes this a problem. She's in Election. She plays Tracy Flick. You know a movie is good when you still remembered the character's name like 15 years after you saw it. Shit, that's Tracy Flick, man. That's how Alexander Payne was cooking with Election. I don't remember Matthew Broderick's name in the movie, but I remember Tracy Flick. Double letter word and title. That's got to be Sweet Home Alabama. And then what's the, It's Just Like Heaven, right? The ghost one that I always get confused with the Ricky Gervais ghost one. How is that 4%? I might be the GOAT, man. Director or actor, Johnny Depp. Title begins with a vowel. Yeah, man. Give me a second here, okay? 1990 to 2010, we got to go with the classic Mordecai on that one. That came out after 2010, y'all. Sorry about that one. We'll go Secret Window. Title begins with a vowel, Johnny Depp. Edward, people. There must be a, keep going. There must be a Pirates movie that works. Charlie and the Chocolate, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Johnny Depp. Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Skeet Street. We'll take that. Among Us people. We're really cooking on these, huh? Election number 1 is crazy. Overnight delivery. What the fuck, man? The fuck, Polly from Rocky? The hell are they doing there, man? All Red's always making that face. Ready? Bitter. Angry. Oh, you can't hear anything, y'all. You can't hear anything. I'm just noticing that now. You must have thought I was insane.
Cliff. A noun meaning a very...
Normally, see what you've done, New York Times? Never content. They stick to their motto, do more harm. By making the mini paywalled, now we can sometimes lose out on audio and spell check. Because usually we sack the mini jingle, find out there's no audio, and then turn on the audio for the rest of the dulls.
Tongue. A noun meaning...
You screwed me.
Transcription. A noun meaning an act process...
RNA ass.
Rhubarb. A noun meaning any of a genus.
As soon as she says any of a genus, I'm like, nobody's got time for this, man.
Gothamite. A geographical name meaning New York City. And
That's kind of sick, though.
macchiato. A noun meaning espresso.
Guys, should I add macchiato to my vacation coffee rotation? I already got flat whites, cortados. The iced coffee / Americano is kind of, that's my domestic go-to, but like when I'm away, should I get a macchiato? What's a macchiato? It's got caramel. I could get down with that on vacation. Can I say something? And I'm normally a brown sugar enjoyer. They should not be putting brown sugar in the coffee sugar section. It doesn't dissolve right, man. I know what you're going to say. You got to stir. I stir. I put the brown sugar in and I stir. It does not dissolve. The coffee tastes basically normal until there's 10% left. And then you get one really sweet, like caffeine slurry at the very end, which could be worse, but it's a white sugar play when you're adding sugar to coffee, man. I'm sorry to say. It is. And normally I'm a brown sugar guy.
Teleology. A noun meaning the study of evidences of design in nature.
Teleology. I add honey. I think you have to pay extra for that. I made a huge mistake at a coffee shop, by the way. It was like when I was jet lagged. I said, can I get a cold brew with a little bit of sweetener? What I thought they would do is put simple syrup in it. But then the dude said, what flavor of sweetener do you want? And I said, what do you have? And he said, we got vanilla, caramel, blah, blah, blah. I said, you know what? Give me vanilla. He put a few pumps of vanilla into that thing. I'm not virtue signaling. I like sweet stuff. It tasted disgusting. Did I order it wrong by saying a little bit of sweetener? What I wanted was like simple sugar. What I got was, I don't even know how to describe it. No, he screwed it up. He should have known. He should, because he's the expert, man. He's the one behind the counter. I'm just, who am I? I'm nothing.
Rheumatic.
Rheumatic.
An adjective meaning of relate.
R-H-E-A-U? Rheumatic?
Empennage. A noun meaning the tail assembly of an aircraft. Empennage is French, derived from empenner, which means to feather an arrow.
Empennage, okay. Empennage.
Gluten.
Gluten?
A noun meaning Merrimack. A geographical name meaning
Yes, sir. That's some shit in New Brunswick, right? VIP Daniel? Merrimack?
neem. A noun meaning a large tropical Asian tree, Azadirachta indica,
Neem.
of
We
the
had this
mahogany
before.
family, having a bitter bark used as a tonic, and leaves and
Whatever. Fuck you, man. Neem. Neem. Rheumatic. Hey, do you want that MJ emote? Yeah. If you could link that MJ emote, I think that would be the rare emote that's like, instead of getting an emote and being like, what purpose do I have for this? We custom curated an emote that we know the purpose for. This could be used. It's perfect until we get DMCA'd. That's MJ, huh? The zoom and everything is so good. So and I don't control how you use this. Like, language is about expression, right? I can't believe what that person just said. That's a great opportunity for MJ, huh? Can you delete looking while you're in there? I like looking though. I don't want to have, do I still have caca? I don't know if I still have caca. I do still have caca. But like, I'm assuming that looking is bad because it's like, whenever Super Creek gets rainbow training, people post looking. But I'm willing to tank that kind of degeneracy for what I like with looking, which is when the streamer says, take a look at this. And then I put looking in chat to be like, I'm looking. I'm willing to tank that. I like looking. I like stare. There's a few. Life is good. What the hell were we doing? I do like MJ, huh? I like that part when you add a new emote to the stream and everybody types it once just to make sure it works. They're like, I've been there. You're like, yeah. Well, let's try this on. Let's see what this feels like. Yeah, feels good, man. It's a plate off. Thuringer roast bratwurst versus flapper pie. Flapper pie looks kind of crazy, man. I don't know if that's coconut or rice. This is how I know food guessers like crazy. Because I don't know what the hell any of the Canadian foods in Food Guesser are. And I've lived here like my whole life. It's got to be sausage beats dessert. That's a given. Saint Honore cake versus Burnin' Bonin' and Spick. That's pretty good. It's pears? It's stewed pears? I gotta go with the cake. That's tough though, because I think that there's a Kongpo pork. Jelly Deals loses against everything. I think there's an anti-dessert and a pro-dinner bias. So I'm always trying to weigh that in between, like where it's gonna shake out. And then people will say something like, "Oh, are you crazy? Everyone's eating dessert." And I'm like, "No, you're on old tech. 80-year-old people are buying dessert cookies from the grocery store and eating like a 8 sleeves of Chips Ahoy. People that are like in the prime productive years of their life are not doing that anymore. They're saying no dessert, no dessert. The average like 30 and 40-year-old has eaten one dessert in the last decade. And it pisses me off, man. And they're drinking Michelob Ultras. Why, man? No calories, no taste, no alcohol, no point. Just have a Coke Zero at that point. It tastes better. I think I've got poutine bias that makes me think this is better than this, so I'm going to go with this. Kozunak versus Korovats. I mean, I don't know what this is. Barbecue from the Caucasus is a treat. Excuse me? Leading the witness? Whatever. Scrapple versus Kalos. Is this really... Chad, is this what Scrapple normally looks like, or is this a fucked up version of it? That is what it looks like? I thought it was like So this is bread, and this is pork? I thought Scrapple was like pork meatloaf or something like that. It is? So which one's the pork, man? This is raw scrapple. That's cooked scrapple? Okay. Aren't they worried about cross-contamination? They're like 3 atoms apart, man. It's gotta be that. Xiaobing is really good, man. Frozen yogurt versus the Boff sandwich. This looks fucking horrible. I don't care. We've gone over it 1,000 times. Keep the sauce off of the top of the burger, man. It's disgusting. Tabbouleh is really good. I'm about to get MJ Hudd, man. Did I ever tell you that one of my housemates in university was Dutch? And one time he was like, I'm going to cook some Dutch food for you. And then he cooked this. That was when I found out. I knew nothing, essentially, about the world at that time. That's when I found out that the best Dutch food is actually Indonesian. Tabbouleh is really good, though, man. I think this is going to win. People love eggs. Spider eggs versus little pancakes. Rice flour and sugar and coconut milk? That sounds good until the part where they let it ferment, I guess. But that looks good. Hearty soup featuring bulgur wheat dump. I gotta go with the little pancakes, man. That's not too bad. In Canada, the hot hamburger, which consists of a beef patty, buns, and gravy poured on top, somewhat resembles the Boff sandwich. Yes. Okay, now the hot hamburger sandwich is a real thing, and I also think it's disgusting. That is a real Canadian food. But in my country's defense, it's from like, that's some mid-century Canadian food. Like, you can only find that shit in like Verona. And I'm not talking about Romeo and Juliet, Fair Verona, Star-Crossed Lovers type shit. I'm talking about like, you can find that shit in like Caladar. You're not finding that shit near civilization. Let's put it that way. Shout out to my homies from Caladar. Anyone here from Caladar? No? That makes sense. That makes sense. Caladar, Ontario. Don't even have the damn population, man. There's no population data? They had nobody reply in the census that they just did? Caladar population. Nobody knows. The term Caladar population refers to a group of brittle prickly pear cacti in eastern Ontario. No, the fuck it doesn't, bro. It refers to the population of the fucking town called Caladar. The hell are you talking about? Lennox and Addington ass. Food guesser real? Food guesser real, please? Chili paste? Spreadable pork salami? Calabrian chilies? Calabria is from Spain, man. I mean, Calabria is obviously Italy, and you're a fool if you don't know that. Oh, this is what that is, man. I always get you confused with harissa. Also, I didn't know, maybe I did know it was a sausage now that I think about it. That's a yum for sure, man. Pork. We're seriously like pork merchants as a species. You know that, right? Almost every good food on the planet has pork as the first ingredient. Regional, traditional sausage, natural intestinal casing, served on top of, I mean, that's very, very not North American. That is fucking funny, man. That's a little disgusting. I still eat it. That's crazy. I feel like this might be like a Belgium type thing. Southwest of Belgium. This might be a Spain type, or let's go Portugal. It just seems like a little weirder. Borders, you fucker. Spain. Of course I'd yum it. Like, let's not virtue signal. Azuki beans, this is Japan. Yeah, I've had it, and I'm gonna pass on that. I'm sorry. Sorry, I hate this. I hate to be that guy who's like, there is a Japanese food I don't like, but I'll ruin it for you. There's a few Japanese foods I don't really like. There's a lot. Well, and a lot is maybe too far. They're cooking with the breakfast, no doubt about that. Little miso soup, little rice, little salmon for breakfast. The pickles, where I never know what kind of vegetable made the pickle in the first place. I do like a Japanese breakfast. Sushi's overrated? Not really. It's one of the best genre of food on the planet, for sure. Korean breakfast versus Japanese breakfast. It's Japanese breakfast by a mile. Korean breakfast is like rice, seaweed, and kimchi. Maybe a little bit of soup. Maybe a little dongchimi on the side. We got to go Japanese breakfast on that one. I skipped Scrandle, you're right. The 1964 speech, A Time for Choosing, was the national political debut of what future governor, among other things? I feel like this has got to be Reagan. 1964, he became a politician, became the governor of California, and then the president. That's the only thing that makes sense. It's not going to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. In 1964, he was taking steroids. The Swiss spread called Cenovus was introduced about 3 decades after what similar British brand? Is Vegemite? I mean, Vegemite and Marmite are Australian associated. Is it possible Marmite was originally British? Because I can't think of other British brands of spreads. So I'm gonna try Marmite. They love me. Renaissance woman Isabella Cortesi is best known as a hands-on practitioner of what kind of sort of science? Kind of sort of science. Like chiropractic? Astrology? Astrology? They hate me. They still hate me. They're still processing the Marmite answer. They're trying to take my points away. It's already so hard not to look at chat while answering these, but then dealing with this loading time is insane, man. It's possible that this lady is in chat. All right, the website's broken. Oh, never mind. Potterverse personage Nicholas Flamel was a real dude. He's known as a master of what kind of sort of philosophy? I don't know what a Potterverse personage is. I guess this is a guy who was in the Harry Potter universe, but he's also real. And the kind of sort of philosophy would be, it's a science, I have no idea, man. A master of epistemology. I have no idea what this could be. Alchemy! Oh, brother. How's alchemy a philosophy, man? It doesn't make any sense to me. Let's transmute tonight. It is. It's not a philosophy. It's common sense. If you had lead, you could turn it into gold. You don't keep all this philosophical rigmarole out of it. Just start converting the rocks, buddy. In ballet, the final section of a grand pas de deux goes by what musically derived name? The coda? All right, pure luck. It was the third he directed, but Michael Bay got his first producer credit for Armageddon. It's Armageddon. Don't even sweat it. That's a 13-pointer on Thrice. That's pretty good, man. Dakota! Now you're speaking my language. Scrandle bomb. You know, maybe this is stupid, and I do love the Ben Affleck commentary on the Armageddon DVD where he is like, what is Michael Bay talking about? But the older I get, the more I actually believe it might be correct that it's harder to train astronauts to drill oil than it is to train oil drillers to be astronauts. It's like, at first you're like, you don't have to be a genius to drill for oil, but you have to be a genius to be an astronaut. So you're like, you'd be stupid to think it's easier to be an astronaut than an oil driller. But when you watch the movie, the only like space stuff they do is like sit in a chair and get shot in a rocket. Like they didn't have to learn shit, man. 99% of their job was drilling the oil. I would rather send up expert oil drillers than expert astronauts. The rocket does all the work, man. I don't know. I would love to see a debate between Michael Bay and Ben Affleck. And maybe one of them could have like Jordan Peterson on their side and the other one could have, I don't know, pick your poison. But they need some help, I'm guessing. They need some experts. Maybe Ben Shapiro or something like that. Could be good TV. Could be good TV. Pizza doesn't look that good. Ultimate Burger, it looks pretty good. I'll go with the Ultimate Burger on that one. You're going to have to bear with me on this one because this is insane. Focus on the Scotch egg and then tell me what the ice cream looks like in your peripheral vision. Now, it's hard because you know it's ice cream, but focus your attention on the Scotch egg and tell me what the ice cream looks like to you. Duck, dog, Homer Simpson, scrambled face. Okay, good. I was anchored on the Scotch egg when it came up, and I was terrified of what my peripheral vision had, which was a scrambled human face, but also a little bit like Admiral Akbar from Return of the Jedi. If I focus on the egg, I can see Admiral Akbar right here. Let me know if you can see it too. 100%. It's a trap. I can see him, man. I can see him. I'm going to have to go with ice cream on this one. 73% is so stupid. For 75 pence ice cream at a footy match, 73%, get a life. Show your abs. Show your abs or stop virtue signaling. This looks really good, but it is very expensive. This looks pretty good, and it comes with a beer. To be honest with you, the burger looks really good. I took a chance on it because of the price, but it's a horrible pizza. The other thing doesn't matter. You know, this sandwich, at first you're like, it looks pretty bad. Then you realize that's how like sliced chorizo is supposed to look, I think. So it doesn't look bad. This looks horrible. It's got to be chorizo sandwich. Chips with Nutella. It's crazy this is going to clear, but the pork rib burger is just so uninspired. That's really bad. Grilled sausage with bread or chili and cheese loaded nachos? It's crazy that the chips are like the worst part of the nachos, but the worst thing you could do to nachos is not provide enough chips, which is what's happening here. Like, I would rather have this. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that that's at 82%, given how terrible it looked. This one's not even worth talking about. They cut the sausage in half. Chicken box. Once again, I don't believe that this person is actually here. This is a green screen photo that they put on Facebook. to make it look like they're at Vissel Kobe versus Kyoto Sanga 2024 to make their Facebook friends jealous. They got this shit from the Kombini and then took it in front of a green screen. Like this, I'm sorry, that's not... Given what's happening on the pitch right now, nobody should be having their arms up and cheering. This doesn't check out, man. Something's not right. Something's not... They think we're stupid. This is an ad or something, man. Something's not right here. They both look pretty good, if I'm being honest. It's really hard for Japanese food to lose, but I've eaten a lot of shit that looks like this in this, like, burgundy-ass plastic container. The most... Kate, don't listen. The most overrated Japanese food is the Shinkansen bento box. People are losing their minds. I can't... I get why they love it. The reason they love it is because it's a vibe. It's a vibe to be on the bullet train, and then, like, as you pull out of the station, unwrap the bento, and then, you know, you eat it. But it's cold by the time you get to it. The rice is not good. And then, like, half of the sides, I don't want the mac and cheese or, like, the fucked up mayonnaise coleslaw that they got. I don't want it. The same kinds of people who will be like, our bread sucks in North America. They're like, oh my God, tonkatsu sandwich. Katsu sando with fucking Wonder Bread with the crust cut off. It makes me sick. The virtue signaling makes me sick, man. So this looks good. But like once you eat that and it's cold and the sauce is like a little too sweet. And then once you eat this and it's a little gummy because like the karage is not crispy because they cooked it like 4 days ago. The rice is so bad. It's like airplane food rice. But I still think it wins because people are sheep, man. They're fucking stupid. They're thinking with their phones, not with their brains. Now this one, chicken wing. What about the guy on Twitter that wanted to return to Wonder Bread? Blissfully unaware. Blissfully. I'm on Sleeper, man. I'm on Sleeper and I'm on Yahoo Fantasy. Did I tell you? I don't think I told you. I got the most insulting trade offer in fantasy football history. Let me pull this up here. And 2x Pimpy, 3x Bape, if you're here, you should apologize or at least explain what you were doing here. Anyone know how to see trade requests in Yahoo Fantasy Football that I've already denied on your team page? Maybe team log? No, nothing in the team log. Messages, I think. Messages. Now I'm opening up my Yahoo Mail or something like that. That's crazy. I'm not going to do that. Check email for the request. Well, yeah, but I'm not going to show you my email on screen. I'll read it to you, okay? I'll read it to you. I don't know why they're doing Yahoo, by the way. They should be on Sleeper, but they're unk, okay? Here's the trade offer I got from 2x Pimpy, 3x Bape. I give up James Conner, RB1 for the Bills, and Chris Olave, wide receiver 2 for the Saints. I received Chuba Hubbard and Khalil Shakir. Here's the methodology. So both of the players I'm giving up have a higher average draft position than both of the players that I'm receiving. You ready for this? You have an RB problem in week 8. I have 2 RBs that have a bye in week 8. You have an RB problem in week 8. This shores that up at a mild cost at the expense of every other week. I think it's a fair deal. Let me know. Denied. I slammed the denied button as fast as I could. And in the rationale, I wrote, I'll simply lose week 8 and then win the Super Bowl, I'm afraid. It's the most insulting, like trying to take advantage of a person trade that I think I've ever seen in fantasy football. Bro said, well, I'll give you a 52% chance to win week 8 at the expense of the other 15 weeks of the season. Come on, man. I'll pick up some dude on the waiver wire or something like that. Or I'll tank week 8. What do I care, man? That was an embarrassing request. It was insulting, man. The other thing is sending a trade request like the day after the draft is actually like pussy mode. If you wanted the player, you should have drafted him. What the fuck do you mean I've got a hole in my team? You just drafted him. You drafted the team like yesterday. You fucked up. That's not my problem. I love my team. I like everybody I drafted. There's some pluses and some minuses, but if I wanted to fix those problems, I would have done it in the draft that we did like 2 days ago. You're so cooked. I'm going to come top 4 in the league without a doubt. I'm probably going to win, but sometimes sports have a little bit of variance. Not always, but sometimes. So, who's your other RB? Jahmyr Gibbs, man. Round 1, pick 7, Jahmyr Gibbs. Gibbs is 7 is a steal? I know, because look at the people I was drafting against, man. They didn't know anything. Gibbs fell to 7? You don't even want it. When I was watching these picks come in, I was like, oh my God. These people do not know ball. The last like reference to football they have is like Madden 2018 or something like that. Where did Saquon go? I think it was RB2, probably like pick 3 or pick 4, if I had to guess. Okay, that was Scrandle. It tries to disorderly. Let's go. This is rough, man. Sort these things from northernmost to southernmost by the location referenced in their name, starting with the northernmost. Okay. The Klondike Bar is pretty far north, and the Tasmanian Devil is really south. Lima, Peru is pretty south. Hershey's probably more south than Champagne, France. The question is, what the hell is Cisco, man? I have no idea what Cisco. I'm going to assume this is like something from like the Mayan Empire. Confirmed, y'all. Confirmed. He might be the GOAT. Let's put it that way. It is always crazy when you, like Americans that live in Hershey, Pennsylvania will be like, oh, it's so cold here. And then you're like, really? It's cold there? 9 degrees south of France? Okay, pussy. Oh, yeah. How many more winter jackets do you need? In France right now, they're out on the Riviera, bro. But sure, yeah. It must be cold in Hershey, Pennsylvania right now. Whatever. How many Americans from Hershey do you talk to? Not that many, because honestly, we have our own Hershey, Smiths Falls, Ontario. But I think they recently turned the Hershey chocolate factory in Smiths Falls into like a canopy cannabis processing plant or something like that. Sign of the damn times, man. Nobody's eating chocolate anymore unless it's infused with CBD. Something like that. What happens if the Gulf streams stop, y'all? Are we fucked? It's chill. Just wind. Like honestly, so I've never lived through a hurricane or a tornado for that matter. But wind has got to be like one of the weather phenomenon I'm least afraid of. Earthquakes real high up on the list. That shit is like cosmically, fills you with a cosmic sense of dread. Flood's not good. Blizzards. Wind is, I guess I'll just stay inside or whatever. No big deal. Yeah, like I'm sorry, there's no shot I'm getting beat by air. I've been working with that medium for 36 years now, almost 37 years now. Air, the massless phenomenon, I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised. Maybe you, but not me. That's why I don't like Twister or Twisters. I don't think you need to grip onto like a fucking light poster, like the underside of a truck or something. If you just like maybe planted your feet, braced your core. I owe you one, by the way, chat. I was cleaning my shoes this weekend. I asked Google, hey, I got to clean white sneakers. How should I do it? Oh, get a fucking stainless steel bowl, fill it with warm water and dish soap, and then use an old toothbrush to scrape it. I'm out here like Brooks in The Shawshank Redemption. Finished doing both shoes. They look exactly the same. Side by side, before and after comparison, essentially no difference. I complained about it in Apollo's chat. Someone said, why don't you just use a magic eraser? I said, you're a genius. We have like 8 magic erasers. I got a magic eraser. They came out looking like new, man. Could use some new laces or something like that, but they look good. They look good. Anyway. We're going to go with Montgomery, Alabama, or Wilmington. We're going to go with Montgomery, Alabama on this one. More people with a humanities degree. Boise, Idaho, and all the rest. Or Southeastern California. I have absolutely no idea. I have no clue. Higher percentage of people with a high commute time. Literally, I need to see scale. There's public transit in Oakland. You could just take the BART, but maybe you work over here. Okay, I could see that. But still, but then like if you're driving, well, like that's your own fault, honestly. Unless the station doesn't go. But like if you get stuck here, that's skill difference, bro. You got to take the BART or something like that. This is pissing me off because I just from this picture, I don't believe that it could take you an hour to walk from here to here. So there's no shot you have a longer commute than Oakland. It just doesn't even make sense. Higher percentage of people who have individual income under 50K. That's tough. My perception of both of these cities is that when people got fed up with San Francisco, because I don't know, like a coffee was $7, they were like, I'm going to move to a place where coffee is temporarily $3.99. And then they're like, I miss my nice coffee. And now the coffee probably costs like $6 here, both in Asheville and Madison. But my reputation, in my head at least, my reputation is that Madison inherited more of the tech exodus than Asheville. So I'm going to go Asheville. Higher percentage of adults who binge drink, Pittsburgh. You don't even have to think about it. People are wearing like Patagonia in Oregon. Like that's not, I'm not saying they don't get lit there because Eugene, Oregon is where the football team is, but Pittsburgh's a different beast altogether. Now, Pittsburgh versus Madison, that might be tougher. That might be tougher. Kind of hard golf. Play daily hole. What? Don't get greedy with it. Yeah, that's exactly where I wanted to place it, man. Huge, and then just set her down anywhere. Checkpoint me. Oh, that was so close to being an amazing shot. Someone in Wisconsin just got arrested for their 17th DUI. I like how you said it like someone, like this. It could be a real story, or it could be like part of a Conan O'Brien monologue. It's believable though. I'm not questioning the believability. So how many strikes do you get on like the DUI laws in Wisconsin, man? Or is it one of those things where they're like like take the back road next time or whatever? Okay, that was almost incredible. That wasn't though. Okay, I'm bad again. Oh my God. First DUI is only a fine in Wisconsin? Nice try. Nice try. That seems bad. I'm not like one of those guys who's like all crimes, like the punishment. I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase it. I don't necessarily believe in the idea that if you do a crime, we should punish you just to punish you. But a fine for drunk driving is kind of insane. They should probably blow up your car with... You ever see First Blood Part 2? Where he has the rocket-tipped arrow for his bow and arrow? Or maybe I'm thinking of UHF, the Weird Al parody of Rambo. And he shoots the... I love this, by the way. I love holding it like this and then going... Like, you could tell I'm loosing an arrow. And then it shoots the rocket-tipped arrow and... They should do that. And they should sell tickets to it. Anyway, how you doing, Kate? Huge, huge, huge. I could have done better today, but you take the good with the bad. We were talking about it a little bit in the Discord today, but it is crazy how many people text and drive. Sometimes I'll park outside of the activity my daughter is in I'm like 10 minutes early. It's just the kind of guy I am. And I'll see people at like the stoplight, like the traffic light right next to where the activity is. I don't have data to back this up, but like 1 in 3 people is looking at their phone the entire time that they're at the red light, which is crazy. Your brain is fucked up. You have a horrible brain and it's your fault. You have to not do that. You have to go without stimulation for like, just for the length of your trip. And you don't even have to go without stimulation. You got Apple CarPlay. You can play whatever music you want to play or like a podcast or an audiobook or anything, man. It's crazy. And like watching videos is just crazy while you're driving. Like, oh, it's a red light. This fucking red light's ruining my fucking day. Oh, wait, never mind. Blah, 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 blah. Somebody with a botched BBL making a fucked up matcha Dubai chocolate donut or something like that. Wow. You're going to die one day. That's the sum total of your lived experience, is watching fucked up AI generated content at red lights before you crash your car into somebody crossing the street. Congratulations. You fucking suck. You got one chance at it and you blew it. Makes me sick, man. Sorry, I got really mad there for a second, but I just like texting and driving it just doesn't make sense to me because there's nothing you get out of it. You don't get anything out of it. It's like choosing to debuff yourself permanently because you got bored for 15 seconds, man. I don't get it. I don't know. I just don't get it. I did not say driving drunk is better. All I'm going to say is those people shouldn't have done that, but they did drive their car to the bar. So that presents, at the very least, a logistical problem that they got to find a way out of. What they should do is they shouldn't have taken their car to the bar in the first place. That's a failure to plan is a plan to fail. What they should have done is taken an Uber to the bar so that they could take an Uber home. What you gotta do if you fucked up and you're stupid and you're like, I'll drive my car to the bar, but I just won't drink. And then of course you drink because you're at a bar, you gotta take the Uber home. And then in the morning, you gotta take an Uber back to the bar to get your car. That's what you have to do if you're being responsible. If that sounds like it sucks, that's why you should have taken an Uber to the bar in the first place instead of taking your car to the bar. But texting and driving doesn't make any sense to me. And I know I've said this before. People hate this because I'm punching down, but like I'm famous on the internet. And if I can go 25 minutes, 90 minutes, 8 hours without seeing what people are saying about me on the internet, what excuse do you have, bro? It's not like you're going to, I need to check Twitter to see what the fuck people are. No one's talking about you, bitch. You're fixing the HVAC. Nobody did. Thanks for fixing the HVAC. Like, that's the best you're going to get. People are typing fucked up shit about me, and I'm still like, I'll push it out of my mind. I'm driving right now. Like, you're cooked, man. Something about this angle is just not, it doesn't look real. It's closer to 180 than to 90 by 15%. It's a 155 degree angle. Oh, fuck. Oh, it goes the other way. I'm stupid. It's a 215 plus 20. It's a 235 degree angle. Getting hot. Fuck you, man. Boiling 223. Oh, motherfucker. It's like 3 in a row, man. Three in a row angles I fucked up. Jasper County. I don't have to be Platt to Yins. I don't have to talk to Yins Plattly. Kate, I saw you said, by the way, you said, did you tell him about the mosquito? I was waiting for a little bit of a lull, but we were breaking it down at the picnic yesterday. I know my role in a group setting. Comedic relief that like slightly pushes the envelope. Very like G-rated shit that like the worst 22-year-old would be like, it's not a movie for kids. There's humor only adults would get. While we were at the picnic, a mosquito landed like on my sternum, and Kate bare hand slapped me like in the chest, and it made like a reverberation, like it made an echo through my thoracic cavity. And all the other parents were like, whoa. And I said, I told you, not in public. And they went, ah! It brought them down, man. I had the line at the ready. It was good. I felt like, in Guitar Hero, when you get the gold stars, that's what that felt like. Felt like I hit it, man. I was getting some +2s out of that. Absolutely. I nailed the solo, and I didn't even overstrum. Like the notes that were not, they didn't have the border, I was tapping them. I was just rolling straight on. I was hammering on and I was rolling off. I wasn't, because I had confidence. I wasn't strumming like, oh, just in case I miss this one, I'm gonna fucking, nah, bitch. And I hit the whammy because you get a little extra meter off it. And then you gotta, just because the fucked up Stratocaster, like the gyroscope in it's all fucked up, so you gotta, you can actually enable a button to activate star power. So, no shot, bro. I'm pretending to be a rock star. I'm not hitting a button. Are you fucking crazy? Anyway. Fuck you. '18th century American merchants. 1801 deaths. He got out quick, huh? The pharmacist. British pharmacist, American defector. British Army brigadiers. Any chance this is Benedict Arnold? Benedict Arnold. It's the only way that I would know who this is at all is if it was the most famous American trader of all time. Wayne Gretzky. You think if there's a, I don't know if he's in hell or heaven, okay? I don't really know what Benedict Arnold did. He had the misfortune of defecting to the losing side of the war. So that, you get some notoriety on that, for sure. I'm sure he did some fucked up stuff. But you think he's down in hell or up in heaven going, nobody ever remembers me for like all my great pharmaceutical service? Like, I'm sure this dude was fucking, he was making all sorts of like potions and tonics and shit like that, but they only remember him for being a spy. Being a spy. Oh, that's true. I forgot about the eggs. There is the eggs. Although that was another, a very common recurring NL bit is like, it must have been a lot easier to be famous like 200 years ago because all you had to do was invent a sandwich and people were like, holy fuck. You're the smartest guy we've ever seen in our entire lives. The story of how Eggs Benedict got invented is maybe the worst version of that, where a dude was like hung over and went into a hotel restaurant and was like, give me an English muffin with a poached egg and a hollandaise sauce on it. And they were like, you're fucked up, dude. That's fucking crazy. You're fucking insane. And then they made it and he ate it and he went, what the fuck? This is the greatest food that's ever been invented. How did nobody ever think of this before, man? This is crazy. You're a genius. Or you could be famous today for being an 8-year-old who talks about Costco. Okay, the Rizzler he just had his 9th birthday. And the Rizzler didn't talk about Costco that much. And I know you're going to say, I was talking about Big Justice. Big Justice isn't that famous anymore. The Rizzler clears him, man. Big Justice is just going to school. The Rizzler's still making media. Identity documents. These are dog tags. Military life necklaces. Dog tags. 1951 introductions. Formal languages. Pattern matching and programming constructs. I don't know, man. Binary. Regex 1951. Holy fuck. I probably would have killed myself if I got a regex assignment in 1951. Although when you do it in the 21st century, you're like, it feels like some shit that was invented 70 years ago, so fair enough. Holy cow, man. On punch cards? That's crazy. Genocide, human rights abuses, persecution of Jews, Russian words and phrases, and violence. I should know this. But all I can think of is perestroika, and it's not perestroika. It's the Holodomor. It's a pogrom. Oh! Close enough? Can I get a close enough on that one? No, not even. What about like a quarter point? No shot. 1950s comic debuts. Fictional American defense attorneys. Comic series based on television series. Golden age of detective fiction. Fictional amateur detectives. Literary character. I mean, all I know about Detective Comics is that Batman's involved. It was a film from 1934. Is this like The Phantom? Perry Mason. Back when they were making comic books about just like a fucking dude. Just a dude with a job. They were making like documentary comics, man. 1843 short stories. Danish fairy tales. It's the ugly duckling, y'all. Anti-capitalism, economic inequality, Jean-Jacques Rousseau slogans. I have no idea. Buy nothing day. Eat the rich. That makes way more sense. That makes a lot more sense. Yo, is that a Casio F91X, y'all? Can I zoom in? Zoom in. Can I get a zoom in? Is that a baby blue Casio F91X? Oh, curious. So you don't like rich people, and yet you're wearing a watch that costs $21.99? That's curious. Okay. So I don't like hypocrisy. Art gallery districts in Manhattan, upper class culture in New York, streets in Manhattan, Midtown Manhattan, Greenwich Village, economy of New York City, art gallery districts. It's Tribeca. It's Fifth Avenue. New York, man. That's what it's all about. City's built on a grid. 1541 establishments in the Captaincy General of Chile, Santiago. Santiago, y'all. Have you ever been there? You're an architect. You designed anything I might have seen? Have you ever been to Santiago, Chile? Twice last year. Oh, I designed the football stadium there. You designed the Stadio Olimpico? Name that movie. You're never going to get it because they can't make a movie like that anymore. You're never going to get it. Something, there you go, girl, comma, interrupted. There's something about Mary. That's a classic, man. That's a classic. Skip through maybe the first third. Brined cheeses from Italy. Water buffalo's milk cheeses. It's mozzarella, man. Or is it burrata? Fuck you. I was like, it can't be mozzarella. That's too easy, man. It's got to be burrata, a.k.a. mozzarella that costs, it's $3 signs instead of $2. Don't even look at this bullshit, man. Don't even look at this bullshit. Get medianed. Minute Cryptic. Anonymous tip. Awesome puzzle book finally sent around to stores. I feel like this is the definition. Awesome puzzle book. Why do I feel like this is going to be like Waldo? And it's going to be sent around. Sent is going to, I don't even know, append part of one word to another, and around is going to be like put the other thing in the middle. I need help on this one, though. The indicator finally sent around. Pay attention to a neighboring part of some fodder, and the other suggests reversal. Sent around is reversal. Okay. And then the fodder is a synonym for awesome puzzle book, which is Waldo. We'll need to use, our fodder is anonymous tip, awesome puzzle book. Our definition is stores, a synonym of stores. And we're looking for a synonym of stores. If you're looking for an awesome puzzle book, the Minute Cryptic book is out in ahns now and in you. Can he say that? Can he say that? On 4 September. Is it? I would buy the book if it's available in North America. I love having books on my table, man. Anonymous tip. Awesome puzzle book finally sent around to stores. A synonym for stores. Shops. Shops is a 5-letter synonym. Shops. And then I'm just going to type shops. Saves. Stores. Saves. Hints. Show indicators. My brain's not working on this one today. Pay attention to a particular part of some neighboring fodder. Like, okay. The other tells us to do reversal. Chat, I don't know. I have no idea what to do with this one. I'm going to need you to tell me what this is. Look at the final letter of each word. Keeps. Keeps. Stores, keeps. Fuck you, man. No, that's good. Is the book available in North America? I know we're not quite not as much of an economic hotspot as Australia and New Zealand, but